Jamie's
I want my
baby
Jimmy.
back ribs.
My Jimmy bag, Jimmy bag, Jimmy bag, Jimmy bag. I want my Jimmy bag, Jimmy bag, Jimmy bag. I want my Jimmy bag, Jimmy bag. Jimmy's dick jokes are back. Barbecue sauce.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Want to ring the bell?
I'm taking it back. I'm taking them all back.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
I'm a loner, Daddy. Rebel.
I am the walrus.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to John Hates Movies, the movie review podcast where my friends stop me from pursuing my rockabilly career.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock,
7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock again, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Well, thank God we stopped
These are the numbers that are on the clock.
8:30. I don't know how to rock at 8:30.
It's 9 o'clock. I should have been in bed a half an hour ago. Yep, and instead they forced me to watch movies. This week we have with us Eric Largent.
Tally ho.
We have Chris Arsenault.
I'm stuck in the cage of teenage rage.
We have Colin McMillan.
I learned from this movie that there is such a thing as too much bunny hop.
And last but not least, James Barrup.
You can never have too much bunny hop. More bunny hop all the time.
No, my bunny hop quota for life has been exceeded just in this one stupid movie.
Bitch, I'm bunny hopping right now.
Those motherfuckers bunny hop through the entire town.
I know, you gotta give them
For like
props for
8
stamina.
years.
Like, that's a lot of bunny hopping. They could have started halfway.
Oh my god, it was so awful.
Mm-hmm.
So, John, what movie did we watch this week?
This movie. Oh boy. This week, we watched a user-suggested submission.
I hate to call it a movie or a film, but it was a suggestion.
It was the sequence of images.
Yep.
Talking pictures.
The movie in question is Crybaby. This movie stars Johnny Depp, Amy Locane, Susan Terrell. It was directed by John Waters.
Yeah.
Fuck John Waters.
Also starring Tracy Lords.
Oh, of course. The one good thing about this movie.
Yes.
Here's the thing.
She was good in the movie.
Everyone in this film, obviously, except for Tracy Lords, because everyone's already
For those of you at
me.
home who are not familiar with Tracy Lords, she is a porn star who also appeared in a few movies.
Like
She was
Blade.
an
Underage
porn
pornographic
star.
actress.
That she was.
And when that came out, the
Big
FBI
backlash.
came in and pulled everything from shelves, and then on her 18th birthday, she apparently produced her a new film and distributed herself, pretty much using all of her fame from Underage, which got completely wiped out because it was illegal, and then that was the only Tracy Lords film that could actually be distributed.
So thank you for listening to Porn History with Chris Arsenault.
When I find a subject I'm interested in, I look into it.
Well, like Tracy Lords, I'm very interested in her. She was in Blade, and she was kind of fun.
Yeah,
she was,
she's still really good looking.
Yeah, what's the synopsis, Johnny?
The synopsis is the romance between a street hood and a goody two-shoes girl sparks a battle between rival factions in this campy comedy set in the 1950s Baltimore.
Up until it said campy, the description of the movie sounded better than the actual movie.
Oh yeah, it sounded like
Well, and you can
West Side
take
Story.
campy two ways, because it's campy in the way that like it's dumb and kind of goofy, but it's also campy because it all takes place at a camp, or a lot of it does.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because the drapes hang out at the
Redneck camp.
redneck camp.
Iggy Pop's redneck fucking hell.
Okay, so
Caught me in my birthday suit. I'm all naked under here.
Iggy Pop looked sober in this, and it was terrifying.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, that
I
was
was like,
Iggy Pop.
that's
He
not
didn't.
Iggy
He
Pop.
didn't look.
No.
He did not look sober to me, dude.
He did not look like Iggy Pop.
He was crushing heroin. He looked so gaunt. Like, come on.
I don't know. He had that panicked, crazed look that I could only imagine is from being sober during a John Waters filming. It's the only thing I can assume is happening there.
Now, before we get too far into it, I want to point out that first of all, don't be fooled, those listening at home, that it sounds like we may have actually enjoyed parts of this movie.
No.
I haven't even talked about it with the guys, and I know that it is not so. So what happened was
Really?
Chris.
Because one of us,
Oh no!
one of us thoroughly enjoyed this movie.
No.
Yeah, the person you'd least expect. Oh wait, yeah, because he's always contrary and likes the stuff that nobody else likes. And it's not Devin.
Who?
So what happened was,
If that's going to be your thing, you got to be on top of it. Colin.
We were.
well,
I was talking to
apparently I'm not allowed to say tally ho, but everybody else can ask who Devin is. What the fuck? Oh shit! So what happened was, originally we were supposed to watch Cabin in the Woods when Eric was playing for Christine last week.
Yeah, and I'm going to get into this after you're done.
Okay.
So keep going.
So Christine and I were talking about the podcast. And it's like not a secret. She's a friend of mine, IRL, and
What does that mean?
in real life, Chris.
Really, James?
In real life.
what does real life mean?
What
I mean, this isn't just a fantasy?
What is real life, really? Like, how do you know it's real? What if?
Oh, I'm sorry. You can continue.
Oh, okay.
Caught in a landslide.
No,
escape from
reality.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
Look up to
Look
the
up to the
skies.
You only have to do one line from it to disrupt all things.
I need no sympathy.
Okay, go ahead.
We need like a boo.
Christine, your IRL friends.
Christine and I were talking about the podcast, and she thought it would be funny if the next time it came up, if I was angry at you guys, that I spring Crybaby on you as punishment. This is why. Yeah, this is why she didn't state it on the Facebook page, because it was supposed to be like a.
That girl has an odd
Yes,
sense
it's
of
true.
humor.
It was supposed to sort of be like a gag on you guys, like I'm going to make you watch Crybaby, ha ha ha. But then, of course, Cabin in the Woods was pulled from Netflix within the last week or so, and so then we couldn't watch it. And John was like, "Well, she had a different suggestion, so what was it?" And then we had to watch Crybaby, and it wasn't supposed to be like this. and the real shit of it is, she just made me watch this movie like 6 weeks ago.
Wow.
And it's like, now you gotta watch Crybaby. And I was like, shit.
Now
Yeah,
you gotta
like,
watch
I had
Crybaby.
I effectively ended up sort of cutting my own dick off by doing this. And
So I can see what you're saying about how Christine's a terrible person.
yes.
But here's my problem with Christine. I won the game for her. I stepped up. So first off, we have at the end of all of our episodes, John puts like, if you want one of us to play for you, we'll do it. Just put it on the Facebook page, and one of us will play for you. You know who has never, ever, 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 ever been picked out of any of us? It's me. So I step in and play for somebody, and I win. But it's not good enough. She has another suggestion, but for Colin, because she really only wants Colin to play for her. So, Christine, you broke my heart. What the hell? I can't believe. And then, well, actually, Christine, I actually kind of liked her. I, you know what? Right now, it's happening. I'm taking a heel turn. I'm going to be the bad guy now.
Oh
Because
no!
nobody likes
no.
me.
Oh
It's
no!
using his powers for evil.
Uh-oh, what's happening
voice
here?
has
I don't understand.
Hey, Chris, your beard looks like pubes. Hey, James,
No.
you're ugly.
It's not even true.
Hey, John.
I feel like James got the lesser end of that.
When my last girlfriend met James, she'd only met John before, and she saw him at a party and went, Did John get like way better looking or something?
Oh my god! That sucks.
but it would only have been like 8 years ago, and that would have been the exact opposite.
Hey, and
No
Colin,
shit.
your friends are assholes, and you're an asshole too. So there.
Listen, jabroni.
So yeah, so I'm done. I'm done making fun of you guys for now. But don't make fun of me.
And choose me, damn it.
He's so fragile at the moment. He's so fragile.
Hey, listeners, if you want somebody to win the game for you,
In my phone.
I've been the winner of I've won more games than most everyone else combined.
Well, yeah, that's
Like,
why
that's
they
the
think you're the
truth.
bad guy, because you're like Darth Vader. You're always like force choking everybody.
Yeah.
You win. You're
Well, okay, so this week,
look-
Christine chose
Yes.
you, Colin.
You can't help
Okay,
genius
Wait,
can't
so
be-
she's got another movie in?
No, she doesn't have.
Here's
Nobody
what
has a
happened.
movie in
You
play.
can't win this week.
right.
So she just moved to somebody else.
No,
No,
she
no.
didn't know that
But
happened.
before,
Oh, okay.
and then the thing.
Ah.
And such.
Christine.
Let him have this one. He's obviously in a very fragile place.
I just wanted to go on. I just wanted to
I
do
want-
a rant.
I kind of want to see what villainous Eric is like.
Well, I think we just
Awesome.
did. I think he called us all names and then cried.
That's probably exactly what villainous Eric is like. I'll just say like, "No, you're stupid," and then I go cry.
I don't like it.
Okay, so
What
about this
the hell
damn
just
movie.
happened? Jesus Christ. I mean, I know I don't want to talk about this film, but where the fuck did we just go?
Oh, we went somewhere.
We
Because
went down a black hole of Eric's
Oh,
hurt
no.
feelings.
I've got hurt
I got
feelings.
I've got.
I've got
Are we really
hurt
singing
feelings.
again?
It's for a musical.
Well, yeah, it's
movie.
appropriate because this movie was a
Yes.
musical.
Of unoriginal songs,
Yes,
apparently.
yes.
So,
So, who wants to start us off?
John Waters' Crybaby is. I sort of look at John Waters for movies like I look at Meatloaf for music. Like he can't be serious.
You mean like you don't?
Dude, there are some good Meatloaf songs.
Yeah.
I'm with Eric
I
on
know.
this.
Yeah.
I would do anything for love is actually my alarm tone.
Yeah.
So I literally listen to Meatloaf every day. Meatloaf rules.
And every time Colin gets a notification from a dating website, it goes, "I would do anything for love."
But I
won't
won't
do
do
that.
that.
His own version that's like, I will do anything for lunch.
Yeah. Man, now I want
Okay.
to write that parody. That's a good one. So like Meatloaf, I do like, but Crybaby is a little much for me because it's just kind of painful to watch. It's like if you took Top Secret and made it more stupid. I know that's kind of hard to do. Although Johnny Depp made me laugh in this movie, and a lot of the people in it made me laugh. But it's just so dumb. It's like this movie is just dumb.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it's really
It's
dumb.
really, really dumb. Like it's dumber than Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah,
By a
well,
lot.
Dumb and Dumber
Dumber's
is
actually
pretty
decent.
smart.
Right. So I thought.
Anyway.
So I was forced to watch this movie by somebody who sort of, when you're watching a movie with her, like watches you the whole time to make
yeah.
sure you're super enjoying it just as much as she does. And she also knows
Like-
every line, which means that she likes Crybaby enough
no.
to have watched it enough to know every line.
Oh shit!
Oh my God.
I'm coming around on Christine. I feel like me and her could watch this movie.
You know, this is certainly a way to keep our dedicated listeners. It's just creep them the fuck out.
Christine, don't listen to him. Bae, don't listen to him. All right, he's just jealous.
You know, John Dufort is about to get
John
really jealous
DeFort
here.
would be getting jealous because we're talking about Christine so much. We call this listener engagement.
If you want us to make fun of you,
Just participate. You can be featured in an episode
Participate.
of John Hates Movies.
Yep.
So she made me watch this movie. I was tired and I wanted to go home, and I watched the whole thing. And at first I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it. This is funny because it's like a joke. It's like an over the top cartoon sort of goofball thing." But I just got so tired of it round about halfway through the bunny hop scene. I was like, okay, John Waters, you win. I'm done. John Waters, you've defeated me with your stupid movie.
And his stupid mustache.
Yes! I was about to say the same damn thing.
I'm faster.
I love John Waters as a personality, but a lot of his movies affect me this way, where I get the joke, and then I just sort of get tired of it. And
this world needs people like John Waters.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
And his whole thing, that's sort of like embracing the weird, ugly, gross parts of things, and particularly about sex and like the taboos and things. I appreciate that, and I get it, and I do think there's a need for it, and I think he does it well. But I feel like if I was at a party with John Waters, I would leave early.
No, I would say if you were at a party with John Waters, you'd probably like stay longer than you expected because you'd have a great time hanging out with John Waters. If you were at a party with the physical embodiment of John Waters movies, you'd want to leave as soon as you walked in.
I would also...
Yeah, like I feel like it'd be a good time hanging out with John Waters the man, but not in a John Waters movie.
I feel like if you went to Denny's with John Waters and just like talked to him all night, it would be one of the best times of your life. You know,
what do you think he would order?
Moons over my hammy.
Right on.
He would be like, I'll have the moons over my hammy. And that's my vague John Waters impression.
It was pretty good.
I've never tried one before,
not bad.
so thank you. So I'm watching this movie. Speaking of ugly people in John Waters movies, around the beginning of the movie, you know, you're introduced to Hatchet Face, and I was like, man, that's so mean. That girl, that woman's not that ugly. Like, but later on in the movie, I was like, okay, yeah, she's pretty ugly. I felt bad. I'm like, man, that's so mean. You know, don't call somebody ugly.
No.
Don't be like that. But
I don't think I think if you take the gross teeth out and give her like normal person makeup,
right?
I think she's probably a totally normal looking girl.
Oh yeah,
like she's got a big nose, but that's about it.
But Christ, those teeth! It look like
So okay, you've got this leading lady in this movie who plays the wholesome girl, and I don't feel. Did she just disappear? Because she's super cute and does a very good job at being a comedic leading lady.
That's a wonderful question, Colin, and I looked it up.
You did?
Yeah.
Who's this?
What was her name, John?
Locaine?
Yeah, Amy Locaine.
Okay, well...
She's in jail for vehicular manslaughter because she was driving drunk. She's currently in jail for killing somebody while driving drunk.
Now,
that's the truth.
Now who's crying?
Amy's crying. So yeah, that's what happened to her. She was drunk.
Man, that is really too bad. That is.
It's too bad for the person that she hit. Like she should not have driven drunk, and I am glad she's in jail. There we go.
Shame on you, Amy Locaine.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this in prison, because we know you get email or internet, because I get emails from all kinds of inmates asking weird questions. But so
did you sign up for a list or something?
Wait a minute. So you get a bunch of emails from inmates, and you're not using this to like, push John Hates movies or The Umbrella?
There are sites where you can look up female prisons and find dating websites. For
wow. Wow, that makes me feel so much better about my decisions.
But I won't do that.
I'm looking for my own crazy eyes.
That lady's legit, though.
Oh, yeah. They say that yesterday is history and tomorrow is a mystery.
Sweet. I'm almost finished. So the finale of Crybaby is one of the most inordinately long long-lasting games of chicken over a very short geographical area, such that it just sort of goes on and on and on and on. And I'm like, I got really uncomfortable during that because it just went on so long, and I'm like, this is terrible. This is horrible. Someone is going to die.
I just don't understand why everyone had to be in the cars.
Yeah.
And fucking Ricky Lake is delivering a baby in the back seat.
Right. Like, what is happening? Which is so, I mean, that the delivery of the baby in the backseat of the speeding car while playing chicken in a car full of drapes is like the most John Waters thing that ever John Waters.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I like it.
Well, okay, here's the thing about it's like I'm kind of conflicted over Crybaby because it was so obnoxious to me, but literally every part of the movie that I think about after the fact, I kind of think is totally awesome. I hated watching it though. No, man, I was like, oh my god, I was like, can I go to the dentist instead? Like when we were watching it, I hated it at the time, but thinking back, I'm like, that movie's so fucking funny. Like, it's so stupid, but I don't know, Crybaby.
It's not.
Yes,
though.
no.
Yeah.
So I'm about to. Colin, how are you feeling? Can I rip into
I would like
what
to
I've got?
pass the torch to you, Eric.
All right. So here's my thoughts. So going into this, I knew that it was a Grease spoof. Like it was a send up of goofy greaser bebop comedy musicals. So going into it, looking at it like that, because I fucking hate Grease. I don't like that kind of like goofy culture, and I was coming into it like, yeah, somebody's gonna make fun of it, and it's gonna be stupid, and I will agree with John Waters about how stupid all this shit is. And there were a number of times where this movie, like while watching it, not looking back at it like Colin, but like while watching it in the moment, made me laugh out loud. Like this movie made me laugh out loud. It really did. I can't remember the exact scenes where it did that, but
I'll admit I laughed
maybe
when she
somebody can
scared
tell
the
me.
cow. I will admit.
Oh, yeah,
I will
I
admit
I
that
would like
laughed at
to,
that.
contrary to your laugh out louds, this is the first film, or this is the highest number of face palms in a single film for me.
Okay, I'm not going to argue that this is a good movie or that it's like a good movie trying to be bad. This is just a send up of goofy greaser culture. It's done really weird. I knew that going in, and I just I was along for the ride, and I just enjoyed it. So anyway, I got some notes.
What up?
Oh, some zany shit, boys. Here we go. Crybaby. Whoa. I'm having a great time. Then out of nowhere, a Confederate flag shows up. What the fuck? So John Waters is from Baltimore, and he wrote this movie as because he is familiar with Baltimore greaser culture. I actually looked some stuff up, and he wrote this movie because growing up, a greaser lived across the street, and he always was jealous of the greaser's hot rod. So he just always had this idealistic.
So he grew up and grew a creepy ass mustache.
Yeah.
And he totally got back at him.
So so there are a lot of Confederate flags in this movie.
Yeah.
And I think John Waters
really
might have
remember.
been just representing something that he saw in his childhood, because Maryland is below the Mason-Dixon line. The Mason-Dixon line is the border between Maryland and Pennsylvania, I think.
How interesting.
So there
I don't
are a
know
lot of
geography.
Confederate sympathizers in Maryland. So I looked it up, and I thought about it. I was like, oh yeah, Confederate flags actually kind of maybe make sense. Next note. Okay. Holy shit, Iggy Pop. I didn't know Iggy Pop was going to show up, and I definitely didn't know that he was the hillbilly in the basin until I don't know.
It took
I
me
watched the
half a
whole
moment.
movie and I didn't realize that.
It took me half a moment to realize it because his skin isn't hanging off of him.
Right.
Yeah.
So next note is, hey Iggy, maybe a little less heroin next time.
He didn't listen.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh yeah. Next note. Oh dear God. Maybe the worst / best movie makeout scene of all time.
Oh God.
Oh yes.
So that's the other thing is they're all just licking each other with their tongues and sucking on each other's tongues. That's the thing. It's weird, and they're just going weird, and they're making fun of all these movies where kids just make out on the lawn. Johnny Depp is on the lawn with the girl, and everybody else is just rolling around in ecstasy in the background. Next note is when the squares came in and busted up the drape party, and it goes, class warfare isn't usually so zany.
Yeah, there's lots of God, so many cartoon sound effects.
The next note is when Johnny Depp is getting, arrested by the police, he goes, "I'm burning inside to touch you, baby."
Yes.
Like, that's good shit.
He was actually really fantastic in playing.
Yeah,
that
he was. He was
role
good.
up. It's funny.
Yeah, when he tears his shirt open, he's like, "I hate electricity because my parents got zapped in the electric chair. my mom didn't even kill anybody; they zapped her too." And I'm a madman. Like it was good.
That whole part where they're talking about their parents was funny.
Yeah. So the next part is when
It reminded me of it was
hey, way to kill the momentum.
Oh,
All right,
man.
so the next
Jared the heel. Hey, jabroni.
So the next joke is when they're in the courtroom, and I wrote, "Fuck yes, iron lung humor."
Yeah.
Like the lady's smoking in the iron lung. That's great.
Yep.
Okay, so the next note is oh shit. Okay, so this is after Johnny Depp goes to jail, but the demographic in this jail seems a bit skewed. I don't think we saw a single black person until jail.
Ooh.
Kind of makes sense.
I think that's more of a John Waters comment.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it is too. And
I think the funniest part of that is when he's singing and dancing.
we did see the one black guy with side.
Because he buys a muffler.
Yeah.
But you see, doing the singing. What he did?
He bought the stolen muffler. Yes.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just imagining Chris being like, he bought a muffler for a blah, 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 and it obviously wasn't that. And
that's what ruined the movie
I had
for
a
you, right?
problem.
It ruined the entire fucking movie for you.
Hold on. That
Hey,
black guy
let's-
shows up later on the motorcycle with that exhaust installed. Anyway,
Unbelievable.
It gets Chris's
Okay, so
approval.
John Waters had you. Like you.
I had to grasp onto something, but no. During the singing and dance routine in the jail,
There was
that
no
is
muffler.
without a doubt one of the funniest parts because you have all the black guys doing all the dancing, and then you have right behind them in a line the white dudes like doing like a back and forth shuffle. Like it's so obvious none of the white dudes in prison are capable of dancing.
Okay, so the next
That
note,
should all get cut because good lord.
John
Okay.
John
I
Waters.
think that was intentional by
John Waters
Waters.
does seem like the kind of person that would make it a point in the movie like, where are all the black people? Oh, they're all
They
in
got
jail.
soul.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, he definitely has a political agenda with his movies, and he's made it very clear on each,
It's kind of clear throughout, and it's not even really veiled. All of the conservative people are total assholes. He's not exactly being subtle.
So the next note, so all that a cappella crew and their buds like dancing with him down the street. And then they they talk to the girl, and she's like, "Yeah, I like you." And then they go and they're performing at the amusement park. And I wrote, "Okay, this a cappella crew is definitely curious." like they might, so that a cappella crew, like they're definitely okay with like touching each other's hips and swaying down the street and like laughing and giggling. Mm-hmm. They just they need to figure out exactly how they feel about each other before they, I guess, can move on as a crew.
So they go marrying main characters.
Yeah.
Did you notice the one dude in the a cappella group is like super animated? Like even in a movie where everyone is over the top, this guy is like he's even more so.
Yeah, the definition of ham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My last note is from the amusement park where Iggy Pop puts on the bunny costume and is Tarzan swinging. It goes, "That Easter bunny sure has a lust for life." Ha ha ha. Good joke, Eric. I got a lust for life. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you know what? I had fun watching this movie. I know Chris fucking hates it. He's staring bullets through my face right now. But I don't care. I knew what I was in for coming into it. I knew John Waters because I'd seen Pink Flamingos. I'd seen a couple other John Waters movies. I knew it was going to be weird. And I knew it was going to be a pastiche of Grease and other kind of bullshit, goofy sing-along 50s movies like that. So I just enjoyed it because I was along for the ride. So Chris, talk to me. Why did you hate it?
Well, first off, I didn't realize all that stuff. Like, most of the information I know about the movie, I found out because I was trying to distract myself as much as humanly possible by looking stuff up on the internet while I was watching this movie. Like, I didn't realize it was a fucking musical. I didn't realize it was a Grease parody. Like, I think it hit their first song where Johnny Depp is up there singing. When I finally, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is a Grease parody.
Yes.
I think it's also a
and I
parody
didn't
of
realize
Elvis
it was
movies.
supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so.
For the
Oh, yeah.
money,
And I didn't
for the
realize it
show.
was. I also didn't know right off the. I should have, but I didn't know right off that it was supposed to be nearly as campy as it was. I just thought it was bad acting at first, honestly. So,
So you rage watched this thing, didn't you?
I really did. That said, there are a couple points in the film and lines that are
Genuinely funny.
Yeah, when she scares the cow is funny. I remember laughing out loud at that.
I felt
No.
I felt
Very funny.
No,
I felt
no.
dumb for laughing at that. I was like,
What when the super Jesus-y parents are like telling everyone,
Oh, yeah.
that's our son, but he wants to hang out with, blah 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 and blah
No,
blah blah.
when the lady dropped the F-bomb in court.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fucking funny.
That's what,
That was
yeah,
funny.
that was
Can we
pretty good.
take our child the fuck home?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
But the parents with the line, wears clothes obviously designed by homosexuals. I'm like, what? But they have such good taste.
He weighs my son's weight.
And then Johnny Depp's line, use your mentality and cool down.
all of Johnny Depp's
Yeah.
lines are too fucking funny in this movie, though, because they're all he's so dramatic. He's so dramatic.
John's just raging in the background.
Why does
Yeah.
it sound like you guys are liking this movie?
Because, John, I am right and everyone agrees with me.
No.
Oh my god.
John, we're following the alpha male.
Just
This-
like that.
Yeah.
Movie was terrible. It was terrible even in sense of a parody. It was terrible because
It was not.
Let him finish.
Had moments of brevity that were funny. It's hard not to laugh at some things. I mean, someone gets kicked in the dick. That's funny. That's funny.
Not when you're the one getting your dick kicked over and over again by this stupid fucking movie.
Well, no, the one dude gets hit with a hubcap, and then the kid. You expect the kid to like kick him in the side, but that kid is kicking him in the balls. You see that? He's kicking him right between the legs.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. I didn't like this movie. Like I said, there was some messages thrown in here. Like, yes, there's the odd juxtaposition. You have the out crowd and the in crowd. You have the squares and the
Drapes.
and the drapes. And I'm like, what's wrong with drapes? They keep the sun out, you know? No. Anyway.
I did spend a lot of mental energy trying to figure out why they were called drapes.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's so over the top that the squares take just this huge clusterfuck of a fight to the drapes and pretty much ruin their whole shit, but all the drapes go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but
that was
obviously-
an attack. That was a straight up attack by the squares.
Yeah. They vandalize their vehicles, start a fire, you know.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucked up.
Fuck them.
But here's the thing. I just hate this movie so much. I just couldn't let any of it. Like, I know why it happened, so they could do the little jail thing and do this and do this. And the grandmother, who motherfucking wishy-washy bitch. Like, no, you stay away from that boy. He's big trouble. Like 5 minutes later, okay, be safe. Don't get your dress dirty.
Well,
But you know,
at the end, she's okay with everything. She's got the hots for the judge.
yeah, what the flying fuck?
Come on, that was funny.
and you go from this goody for all of like 30 seconds, and then I want to be bad, you know. And
Well, that's just
it was terrible.
that's
It was
what they're
terrible.
doing.
It was
That's the
fucking
point.
terrible. It was fucking terrible. It was god awful. It was bad writing, even for a parody. John Waters can suck a dick. I fucking
bet he
hated
is.
Pink
He can.
Flamingo.
I wanna hear
I
it.
got tricked into watching Pink Flamingo. This movie was not enjoyable. There were
Hairspray.
Here's the point. There are moments that, yes, it was funny. It was not fucking enjoyable. No, this is a movie that not only would I not recommend it to someone, I would beg and plead them not to watch this movie. It is that terrible a movie. It's
with
so
you there.
over the
Yes,
top
I am with
that
you,
all
Chris.
the fucking comedy that it tries to be is not enjoyable because it's not funny. It's too blatant, too obvious, and just it dredges you through it.
It's like a 4-on-1 cage match, and I'm Ric Flair.
I'll fight with you, Eric.
Oh,
I'm on
all
your
right.
side. I switch
Yeah.
sides like a wrestling guy might.
Yeah.
He rolls in there with the chair.
It's dramatic. Yeah, I was just sitting down enjoying the show, and then I get up in the ring, and I'm like, Crybaby was awesome.
Yeah, it was 3-on-1, and Chris, John, and James were fucking pounding on me. And then out of nowhere, Colin shows up with a chair and bashes Chris over the head with it.
And then a mic comes down from in the middle of the ring, and I grab it because for some reason the fight stops so I can say something. And I go, me and Largent are gonna make crybabies out of you.
Yeah!
Ooh, yeah!
I got Colin's about to run out of the tunnel with a chair. He's gonna smoke you.
So, shit, I
All right,
had
so James, what say you?
What?
I'm not even.
Where am
Oh,
I?
wait.
Well, hold on, I got a counterpoint.
One more
hit you
thing.
with a
One more
chair.
thing.
right.
One more thing. Apparently, mutually lost parents get to boob.
Yes. Boob.
Just over the shirt stuff.
Okay.
They're orphans, and orphans have special needs.
Okay, here's a
Over the shirt
counterpoint.
stuff.
Here's a counterpoint about Amy Locane's character. Put yourself in literally anybody else's shoes around her. The situation is, yes, I have a boyfriend, but he's bad news, and he's in jail. What do you tell that girl? You should date somebody
Ignore
else.
him, yes.
So she goes out and convinces them to let him go from jail. That's how she works
Well,
this whole
I'm
thing
just
out.
saying,
Because
you
everyone's
can't-
like, you should totally do this.
You can't hold it against her for momentarily choosing somebody else because anybody in their right mind would advise someone to choose someone else.
No.
John hates it.
Your argument is predicated on
Which
shit
the movie
making
doesn't.
sense, and nothing in this fucking movie makes any
That's what I'm
You don't
sense.
make any sense.
I'm
about to stone cold stunner you.
Oh, you're not.
Whoa,
You're a
man.
dog there, Eric. That's what
I'm
you
gonna
are.
punch you in the face.
You are
man.
Ivan the Terrible.
Can I be the $1 million man, Ted
right.
DiBiase?
Yes. Yeah, Ted
You're not even
DiBiase.
Yes,
good.
$1 million
Yeah,
man.
you're Ted DiBiase and I'm Ric Flair.
Yes.
Woo! I'm Ric
You're not
Flair,
Ric
motherfucker.
Flair.
I'm Ric
You're
Flair.
Ivan the Terrible. You're
No.
the Iron Sheik.
Suplex him, put him in the camel clutch, break his back, then fuck his ass, make him humble.
Wow.
That's some real Iron Sheik shit
That's,
for you.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it
okay,
is.
you keep on your Ric Flair and Collins,
That's right.
whoever. In my mind,
$1 million man, get it
in my mind, you're both those two midgets who wrestle like Andre the Giant and shit, you know, or Hulk Hogan, and you know, like yes, you're out there to make the audience laugh, but you ain't getting that shit done.
I think you're just saying that because the obvious larger bad guys are picking on the little guys. That's what you're saying.
All right, George the Animal Steel James. What do you got for us?
Does anybody want to be Razor Ramon? He's oozing with machismo. Razor Ramon, he oozes with machismo.
I love that. We need a
Chris
minute.
killed me with that one.
John,
Thank God, because we needed to lighten up.
now John's looking up wrestlers on Wikipedia.
Hey, no, I am not looking up anything, dude. I
Captain Lamb.
James, how can you not remember all those WWF bendies that I had when we were growing up?
Yeah, the little bendable toys.
Yeah. Okay, so James, what did you think of this movie?
Okay, so
Lay the smackdown on those midgets.
He's going to like it too by the end of his review.
So
He will
going
not.
into this, now the first time I've ever was exposed to this movie at all was when I saw the DVD in a Hot Topic, and this was like back in like 2003 or something like that.
Dude,
And-
you shop at Hot Topic?
That
In 2003.
Oh, okay.
And
Didn't we all?
the person that I was with at the time said, "Oh yeah, I watched this movie," and this was the plot synopsis I got for this movie. Johnny Depp and this chick cry into jars, and then they drink it at the end.
Nice.
Also a better description of the actual movie.
So I never had any desire to watch this movie whatsoever, or to know anything about it until it showed up on the Netflix queue, and then I saw that it was actually like a period piece and it had greasers and shit. Because if you look on the DVD cover, you can't even tell that.
No, it looks 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks super
sure.
80s.
It
I
looks
thought it was just
80s
going
on
to be
the
a terrible
DVD
chick
cover,
flick.
yeah.
I just thought it
Turned
was
out
like
to be an entirely terrible movie.
I thought it was a proto emo movie, like just like completely pre emo,
Like Say Anything, right?
like except worse, you know, because it's all about crying.
Uh-oh.
I thought this movie was about crying, and
Dude, I'm gonna get a tattoo. No, I'm gonna get a tattoo
Of an
John
electric chair?
No, of John Cusack holding up a boombox.
That would actually be pretty funny.
It is sort of like with the synopsis on the. I remember the case for it that you're talking about, James. Like the synopsis on the case really makes it sound like it's a lot more about this guy who is like trapped in a glass cage of emotions, and he's like the only guy that cries, but he's really the toughest guy in town, and like it's all about her getting him in contact with his feels, and it's like John Waters came up with that tagline and the description, and then started making the movie and forgot what it was supposed to be about. And then, but then at the end, he was just like, "Fuck it, I don't want to write another synopsis." It's
Whoa, Colin, whose side are you on?
fine. I'm on mine. And then I whack Eric with the chair. Blam!
Nobody expects
It was a double
cross.
Triple cross.
you know, I guess like I just put it on and started watching it, and like I said, even when it was on Netflix, I still had no real desire to watch it. There was nothing to really draw me to it. And then I was like, well, just okay, this is a greaser movie. I still want to watch a movie about a bunch of sad people. So I started watching it, and then John Waters showed up on the bottom. I'm like, what the fuck? The only John Waters film I've ever seen was Cecil B. Demented,
Yeah, I've seen that.
which, you know, I didn't really like it that much. If you haven't seen it, it is dripping with cynicism. Like, it's basically my cynical film career, the movie. Because it's pretty much all it is John Waters complaining about the state of cinema.
Well, and talking about how unfairly treated Cecil B. DeMille was
Yeah.
in Hollywood.
Here's the thing about John Waters movies is that, like, I mean, he's really good at juxtaposing really hot or really attractive, really beautiful with, like, incredibly ugly and shit. And he's probably one of the only people that makes movies that can actually make me feel uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
for me... somebody to make a movie that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
And
the king of absurdity.
yeah.
Like, really, James, I actually kind of thought you would like this because you're like the king of absurd.
Well, here's the weird thing is that while I started watching this movie,
He doesn't like a challenge.
while I was watching this movie, Leslie actually told me that her high school theater choir group did this as a play.
Oh, God.
See, this a lot of times felt like it was written like a play.
Yeah. And the weird thing is that I think this is the only John Waters movie. This is a John Waters movie your family could watch.
Yeah, so was Hairspray.
Oh,
He
I
did,
didn't
so he
know
did
that.
Hairspray in '88, like because he made a concerted effort to go mainstream, and then he did Hairspray and this, and these were his attempts at being like kind of mainstream.
Yeah, so I had no idea what the hell I was walking into. Some of the humor with the cartoon noises and all that goofy shit, I really didn't like, but this movie had a lot of energy, and like even though most of the songs weren't good, there were two bits in two musical pieces in this movie that I actually liked. There was the jailbird, the one where Johnny Depp hears the song on the radio. I mean, here's her talking on the radio and gets really pissed off, like that. Yeah.
Trying to drop a deuce and breaks into song.
And then the Mr.
Oh,
Jailbird
dear.
piece was Yeah, hey,
But
Mr. Taylor.
okay, so
Yeah.
I liked this movie. I was about to say loved. I did not love this movie. I liked it. I liked this movie. But the get my man out of jail song went on like 2 minutes too long.
Oh yeah.
Like that was a long song.
It was long, but I like
And,
the
like,
way,
people
I like
fucking
the way that it built.
Oh yeah, but then you had like Tracy Lords grinding on the window.
No
for some
complaints
dude.
here. No complaints here.
Right, but that was just like for some dude she'd never like met
Right.
before. It was just some jailbird.
Dude, and
she's,
the guy
like,
behind
grinding.
behind the glass was like, he was like getting into it too. I mean,
Oh,
he was
he
just
was-
like, ooh, you know?
He rather enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, I would have broke the glass too. I wouldn't have needed a phone.
Tracy Lords was pretty cute.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god,
She's a pretty
she was
cute lady.
So hot in this movie for real.
Yeah.
Like
Her hair
just-
was hilarious. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
she looked
No.
great. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
It
she
just-
looked
it was
great.
It was her hair was like gigantic. I don't know.
so good looking.
Yeah,
I was like,
she was pretty cute.
Yeah, there were lines in this movie that came out of nowhere. It made no fucking sense. Shit, like when that lady falls in the mud and the other woman runs up to her and is like, "Oh my goodness, are you okay?" She turns around and goes, "I'm gonna have his baby."
Right?
Or like the entire scene where it's like Tracy Lord's parents are gonna replace her with a Swedish girl.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Tracy Lord's
Yeah?
parents cracked me the fuck up.
Yeah, they're great.
Like
They're
throughout
great.
the entire movie, they cracked me the fuck up.
Yeah, they're good.
I
Whoa, Johnny, it sounds like somebody else is on my side.
I was really hoping the Swedish girl would like become one of the drapes with them and just like
Yeah.
be Swedish and then unintelligible, but like a badass through the rest of the movie.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
John Waters missed a huge opportunity there.
Yeah, there were some moments in this movie that actually really cracked me up. The scene where they're going into the adoption agency to pick up the kids, and all the kids are like in the like little pet shop windows.
Yeah.
All that was funny.
Yeah.
Not only was that
Chris is
funny,
on my side now too.
no, he's not.
I admitted there are moments of brevity that were.
I think you mean levity, dog.
There are brief moments of levity.
I wish there was
Yeah.
more
So
brevity.
brevity works. It was a brevity moment.
Okay.
Blue
Support
brevity,
Manteau, you
brevity,
uncivilized ass.
brevity.
Portmanteau. Okay. All right, James. Let's get back to the review.
Not only was that scene hilarious, but the fact that they were all in like costumes and they ripped them off, like they were all in stripper costumes,
Yeah.
and they ripped them off to steal the
Come on,
kids.
this movie's pretty funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
It's funny. Come on, I mean, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
Swedish
break
Girl's
you
a perfect
down,
example.
Johnny.
No!
Swedish Girl's a perfect example. Why is that scene in there? Because it's funny.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not funny.
One joke in an entire movie doesn't make it worth the other 88 minutes.
Oh, there are a lot of jokes, and it's funny.
Pet Shop Kids.
us drapes know our bazooms are our biggest weapon.
Our bazooms are our weapons.
Okay, for all of the overacting and terrible acting,
Yeah.
the worst acting in this entire movie, Ricky Lake.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
Hands down.
Sure.
Terrible.
Tracy Lords actually was a
Was
good
good.
actress. She was
Yeah.
good. She was good.
Yeah, she was exactly. She played that character exactly how a character in a greaser movie is always played. Like she's exactly that sort of pouty,
And she
bratty
did
high
it.
schooler. Yeah, she
Do you
did
know
it to
she
the
went
nines.
to the this Lee Strasberg School of Method Acting
Wow.
between
That's-
porn and this movie?
No, it was after porn.
Yeah. After,
Yes, between porn and this. Yes, sorry. No.
I need to really feel this, you know.
So James, you got anything else here?
A little bit. The scenes where she drank the tears and Johnny Depp, like, that grossed me out so much.
It is
Yes.
gross.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
John
gross.
John
Yes.
Waters couldn't help himself. He will always find a thing that grosses me out and do it because he thinks it's funny. It's not good to eat your own medicine. Like
He's hiding in the
What's up,
bushes.
James?
it is. So other than that, I have to say overall, I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed it much more than I expected to. but I see why it's a cult movie. I don't think I'll watch it again, but it was fun.
And all of a sudden, James puts John in a figure 4. Leg
It's
lock.
3 against 3. Oh my God! Who could have seen the development like this? 3 against 3. All the odds are even.
I've never seen
into
it.
SummerSlam.
Wait.
ladies and gentlemen.
3 against 3. Are you calling me 2 people or
Settle
John?
down there, Bam Bam Bigelow.
No, it's Millie. Millie's on John's side.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it'd be 2 against 2.
2 against 3.
2 against 3.
Whatever.
Whatever.
What a
We're
turnaround!
we're considering.
Math is
I guess
not
it is 3
James'
against 1.
strong
Yeah, it was
suit.
complete reversal. Anyway, who's paying attention? Not me.
So let's see if John
John,
can convince
let me
himself that he likes this movie
this-
by the end of his own review.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
see. This last thing is that.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Despite
Never.
how unbelievably cool Johnny Depp was in this movie,
Yeah.
I love greasers for real. But like they're really fucking cool. And
Okay. I
despite-
like this movie. I don't think Greasers are cool.
I do, but
Okay.
anyway, despite how cool Johnny Depp was in this movie, nothing is fucking cool about crying. Like I don't think like
Fuck
all
crying.
those emo
Crocodile
fucking,
tears.
who fucking gives a shit? Everybody wants to be like that Sundare or Sundare, however the fuck you pronounce it, like inner tortured guy who's got all these feelings, but is like seriously put on this hardcore blah. Well,
Nobody
no, a
wants
lot
to
of
be. Nobody wants to be.
everybody has gone through a phase where they want to be that guy, and then there's a girl who really wants to pull him out of that, and blah blah blah, and they think that it'll actually work. No, when you cry or feel like when you
When you
isolate
feel
yourself in
feels.
real life, nobody fucking cares.
That's
That's
correct.
absolutely
I've
true.
dealt with that. Yeah,
Yep.
I think we've probably all dealt with that.
most often than not, women will avoid you because they don't want to put in the extra work.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we can all speak to the correctness of that.
So, yeah, I think if John Waters had named his main character something else and called this movie something else because of it, I think he would have actually had a legit hit. Like,
No, a
No.
legit hit would have
No.
required him to take Hatchy Face out of the movie.
that's true.
Oh,
Fair enough.
It is true.
And to make a good movie.
and it would have
Yeah.
required real music and
Yeah, most of the
make a
music
good
was
movie.
incredibly generic and
All right.
formulaic.
you know
I feel like Johnny's ready to go. Talk to me, Johnny.
uh-oh.
Go, Jenna, go.
well, this happens every time that I go last and I really hate a movie. Is that by the time I'm done listening to you guys, I am just depressed. I am just beat the fuck up and just depressed because I do not understand how anyone can like this film. This film was like getting punched in the head 1,000 times while chewing on broken glass and having
Hey,
somebody
asshole,
keep
you-
putting
You
fingers
need
up
to
my
improve
butt.
your attitude.
That's what. No, I don't need to improve my attitude. This movie was a terrible, god-awful film. There is nothing redeeming about this damn thing. It's not funny. It's like the wrong side of every cartoon. It's like the timing was like consistently off. I can't even
And here's the
articulate how
thing,
much I
even a
hated this
train
film.
wreck Gets
I
your
had to.
attention. You can't look away. I tried to run away from this movie.
It's 4
No,
on
not
1.
even that.
It's 4 on 1.
Oh,
No, I'm
I-
still
No,
with
he's
John.
with John.
I watched
I'm
this
saying
movie.
A train wreck would have been
Yeah,
better. Would
Chris,
have helped
I
my
watched this
attention
movie.
better.
Chris is still on the mat for when Colin hit him with a chair. So let's keep going, John.
I'm still spitting my shit from the mat.
You're right.
I would start this movie. I would get furious. I would pause this movie. I would have to walk away for about 10 minutes, and then I'd have to come back, and I'd have to sit there.
What are you really so mad about, John?
Hold
Okay,
on.
no.
Actually,
So
let
last-
me.
No.
Because I'm on his side. I need to help him.
Okay.
Here's
You're about to tap in? It's like tag team match?
yes.
You're about to
Oh,
tap in?
Yes. Here's the problem. Here's what it is. John is so frustrated with this movie, and I'm hoping I'm on the right page with this. It's for apparently him and me. It's such an atrocity of a film. The taste of it is so bad. The essence of it is so bad that it pains you that this is actually a film that has been made and that does get that people do enjoy. You can waste your life on so many things, and people choose this.
Okay, you know what? I'll just lay it out for you. I enjoyed Leprechaun 10 times more than I enjoyed this film.
That was horror comedy done right.
If it came down to rewatching this movie or rewatching Leprechaun 10 times in a row,
Leprechaun.
I'd pick Leprechaun.
I'd pick this.
I'd pick Leprechaun. I'd pick Leprechaun twice. I would watch it 20 times in a row before I ever come back and rewatch Crybay.
You're crazy.
In fact, if I find a physical copy of Crybaby, I'm going to buy it so I can set it on fire.
Here's one of the ways that I can explain it. Do you guys remember in Leprechaun when that little kid made that joke about getting the beer and his slow friend was like, "You can't drink beer"? You know that whole joke and how it played out?
No, I don't remember.
Does anybody remember that joke? Okay, that joke was so poorly delivered and so bad that the whole entire joke was really uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That one joke was this entire fucking movie. Like, Crybaby was just a bad joke. It's those jokes that we kind of laugh at, but they're not really funny. And they're really just kind of uncomfortable, and you kind of feel sorry for the guy that
Great
told
job,
it.
John Waters. Good one.
Well, no, you're talking about all the jokes James ever makes right
Not
Watch
all
out,
of them.
Mark.
James
But
has a
here's
better
the
success
thing.
rate than Crybaby does.
Like, it was a terrible movie, and I'm not against you guys on the fact that there were some funny points, but a stop clock is a stop clock is right twice a day.
Correct. So
A stop clock is twice
Damn
right a day,
right.
too.
John, you did
I
not
hate
find
you
it funny.
guys so
when-
much.
I did
My
not
mouth
find it
so
like,
much.
funny.
So they beep. So in the courtroom, they beep the mom saying "fuck" twice, and then she turns to the judge. She goes, "Can you give us our daughter the fuck back, or like let us
Can
take
you
her the
let's
fuck
take
home?"
our daughter the fuck home?
That wasn't funny. That was funny.
Didn't do anything for me.
See, that
Didn't
was
do
funny.
anything for me. Because at that point, by the time she delivered that joke, I was too busy, like, trying to, like, get my head straight about the fucking iron lung joke.
That was
That was
great.
stupid.
That was hilarious.
That was terrible. It was dumb.
Come on.
And the two preacher people were like way the fuck over the top. This whole movie was that fucking rat giggling in the sewer. That rat giggling in the sewer could have been this whole fucking movie for 2 hours.
Yeah, Colin, you remember when Johnny Depp was trying?
You don't remember the?
jail. He's in the sewer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
The rat leads him
And
out
because-
and then tricks him into going up into the barber shop and
And then
then
laughs at him.
There was one part of this movie that was good, and it happens to be the only part of the movie that had Willem Dafoe.
yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
See, that was the one scene that I could palate, and that one got a slight smile out of me. But the rest of this fucking film was just stupid. I don't know if I'm just like,
Cranky.
if I just have well, I might be cranky. I might need my diaper changed, or this movie might actually just be shit. And you guys are all just trying to, like, be
We're
hipsters.
Whoa. Hey, hipsters don't like things. Okay.
Yeah.
No, hipsters like things that nobody else
Okay.
likes.
Well, then how come
I'm
we
gonna
all
be
like
real. Like I didn't. No,
This
I didn't
movie was-
ironically try to like this movie.
This
like
movie-
I genuinely laughed during this movie.
this movie was so shit. Divine would have eaten it. Bringing it back.
Wow.
You're welcome.
So anyway, that's what I've got. I know it's not very articulate. It's just there was something about this damn movie that really sent me into a rage the whole time. And I think that I have problems when movies aren't paced right.
You know, John, I went into a blind rage at the beginning of Addams Family, and I just never pulled out of it. I think you might have done the same thing with this movie.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Kind of getting a little off topic.
Or the movie could just be fucking terrible!
That was good.
I love it, John. That was good.
Okay.
From off the top rope! An elbow from the sky!
Okay, so I feel like we're done with John's review. So I'm
Yeah,
just
we're
going to get
done.
it out there. I'm really happy with how many wrestling references are in this.
Who knew? I
That
think
shit's really funny.
I think we said all we can say about Crybaby, and I think it's time for the game.
All right, so I'm running the game this week. And for the game, here we go.
What?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first ever edition of John Hates Trivia. Can we have our contestants come on down and play John Hates Trivia?
Oh my God!
Yeah!
Hooray!
I'm a donkey.
All right. So on this week's episode of John Hates Trivia, we have Colin McMillan,
Hello.
John Barrup,
Tally ho!
James Barrup,
Yeah!
and Chris Arsenault.
I just want this to be over.
So Colin.
Alternately
Yes.
hot
First-
and ready.
So Colin, you're the first contestant. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, yes, thank you. My name is Colin. I live in Wyandotte. I am single, and it doesn't look like that's changing for a long time.
Wow,
Yay!
that's fucking zany. Chris, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Chris. I really hate Crybaby. That is all.
James, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hulk Hogan, this week on the SummerSlam, I will be there for you and the most of the warriors that have come before.
Okay, so that wasn't really about you, but we're just gonna keep moving on. John, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is John. I hate trivia. And movies!
And truckers, sir.
And truckers. And I hate truckers.
Okay, so this week's game is called John Hates Trivia, and it's a trivia game based on the last 16 weeks
Wow.
of John Hates movies.
Oh,
So the way John Hates Trivia works is I'm going to ask each of you 4 questions about and not in order, 4 questions about a previous episode of John Hates Movies that we have recorded, and if you get the question right,
Good
that's
God.
great. Whoever has the most questions right at the end wins and is going to win the game
Holy
and
moly.
have the opportunity to pick the movie for next week.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
excited.
So we're starting off with James. Woo! So James, this just happened to be a movie that you chose. So I hope you get this question right. So number 1, the filming for The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly took place in 2 different nations. What were they?
oh my God. I am going to say,
It was a spaghetti western.
yep. I am going to say
Spaghetti
spaghetti
and meatballs.
Mexico and Italy.
That's incorrect. It was Italy and Spain.
Oh,
Ah, son of a bitch.
Most of the primary photography happened in Spain, as a matter of fact, in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So that's 1 wrong for James.
I get happy.
so it's more of like a
I'm sorry.
chimichanga western, right?
So,
It's a paella.
There we go,
okay?
paella.
Paella western.
So James, I'm sorry. I really don't have a whole lot of hope for you going into this game.
Damn it.
All right.
I can be good.
I believe in you!
Next question goes to John. John, this is also a movie that you chose.
Uh-oh.
In The Karate Kid, what is the name of Allie's ex-boyfriend and captain of the Cobra Kai dojo?
Wow. No.
Jerky McButtface.
No, come on, Johnny Lawrence.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Johnny Lawrence, right? Johnny
nope,
Lawrence.
you didn't have
I
it.
know, I
Colin
didn't
helped
have
you.
it.
Sorry. Okay. So next up
What
is
up?
Colin.
Oh, hello.
Colin, this
A
is
movie that he chose?
no, it's
No,
it's a
there's no
movie
such
that
thing.
Colin gets a question from a movie that he wasn't even around for yet. So Colin,
This is about Christine, isn't it?
no,
That would be cheating.
Colin, in Ravenous, Guy Pearce portrays a lieutenant in the U.S. Army serving in what war?
Oh, I would know this one. Damn it.
We actually went over this in the thing.
Yep.
I still don't remember that.
War of 1812.
It is the Mexican-American War. That is incorrect.
This
Okay, Chris, you get a multiple choice question.
What?
We all lose.
So, Chris,
Always pick C, always pick C, always pick C.
multiple choice. The Awakening grossed how much at the box office? A,
Wow.
4.5 million. B, 9.5 million. C, 14.5 million. Or D, $19.5 million.
Don't pick C.
I'm going to pick C.
The correct answer was A, $4.5 million. Wow, we have a rounding swing and a miss at the first round.
That's all right. We can do better. We can do better. Keep
One
going.
person
Keep
got
going.
one question right.
Okay.
Technically, I'm in the lead.
Well, you go first.
With his 0.5. James has 0.5.
I didn't get anything for getting John's question right.
No.
Shit.
You get 0.25.
I got yours right, Colin. Should I get points for that?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So the next question, James, in Desperado, this
Selma Hayek was hot.
Always was.
Next
always will be.
question.
I was really
I'm
hoping
gonna go. That's correct.
I was really hoping that Chris would get this question.
Oh.
And James, you might not have any frame of reference for this whatsoever. But in Desperado, who was originally cast to play Bucho but died shortly before production began?
Oh.
Raul Julia?
That's not fair. That's not fair.
It's all about
because
the
you
time
gave him
frame,
like
man.
that completely obvious hint.
No, I honestly probably would have guessed him because I was thinking, who died around the 90s? It was either
That's what I was
Raul
thinking.
Julia or Jim Varney.
I think I would have rather Jim Varney.
Oh, that would be hilarious. I would doubly watch Desperado if Jim Varney was Bucho.
Okay,
Raul
John.
Julia's Bucho.
John, the next question is for you. A 2003 BBC poll named Sean Connery's accent in The Untouchables as the worst film accent in history. Which terrible film accent came in second?
Oh shit. Oh god, what the hell is his name?
If you get the movie right, I'll give it to you.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
No.
Oh, that was my guess too.
It was Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins.
Oh!
I would have guessed Keanu Reeves and Dracula.
Or anything. or better yet, crap, I don't remember his name.
Oh,
Or better yet,
Why
no.
can't I think of his name? I keep wanting to say
Kevin Costner.
Oh yeah, For some
He was
reason,
in
I
The
kept wanting to say-
Untouchables, too.
Yeah, shut up. Anyway,
okay. So
Tatanka.
our next contestant, Colin, this next one's for you. In Sharknado, what is Ian Ziering's character's name?
Oh, man. This shit's impossible.
No, it's not.
they say it like a million times.
And
I know, I'm
it's
trying to
ironic.
think.
It's ironic.
Ian's name in the movie is Ian.
Ian.
It is Finn.
Yeah.
Fucking course it is.
Okay, Chris, you're next.
Oh, Christ almighty.
This is a movie that you chose.
Crap.
James
You'll
wins.
get, some of these questions are easier than others. In Odd Thomas, what is Bob Robertson's nickname?
Come on, Chris, you know this.
Just
The
spit
only
something
thing
out.
was just something like Fat Bob, something stupid like
Oh,
that.
you were very close with Fat Bob. It was, in fact, Fungus Bob.
Fungus Bob.
Oh,
I know
Fungus
at least
Bob.
with something with an F.
Yep.
There's my point.
I kept calling him Ice Cream Bob.
All right,
Podcast.
James. We're back around to you.
All right.
So, for From Dusk Till Dawn, Quentin Tarantino was nominated for a Razzie Award for Worst Supporting Actor. Which actor, famous for his work in the Godfather series and other films, won instead?
Around dusk till dawn time.
Early 90s.
I'm going to go with Pacino.
It was Marlon Brando for
I was
the
going to go with Marlon Brando.
for,
simply because it's Marlon
Island,
Brando.
Dr. Moreau.
the Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Okay, I forgot he did that movie around about that time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Stupid
bastard.
Okay, this is your guys' chance to catch up on James. So, John, you're up next. Oh, and like I said, Some of the questions are easier than others.
Oh, God.
Hey, John, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fucking awesome is Chris Christopherson in Convoy?
10? That is 10? Wait. Shirtless Chris Christopherson or Chris Christopherson?
John, you
with
already
the
got it
shirt
right.
All right.
What I had written down is 10 or above. All right. Good job, John. You're on the board.
Thank you.
Damn it.
Okay. Next up is Colin.
Still in the game.
Colin,
Yes.
you should know this one. Warwick Davis from Leprechaun had his first movie role in The Return of the Jedi, where he played an Ewok named what?
Wicket.
Correct.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
to
obviously
think about
he
it.
watched Caravan of Courage.
Damn
All
right
right.
I did.
Good job, Colin. Way to go with your Star Wars knowledge.
But,
He says dissentingly.
Chris,
Yeah.
the magician Christopher Hart played Thing in the Addams Family movies.
Oh.
He also brought his unique hand-type talents to which 1999 horror comedy spoof?
Idle Hands.
Yeah!
such a great movie.
All right, everybody's on the board with 1
Have
point.
Devin Sawa and just
Idle Hands. Good job,
I love that
Chris.
movie.
Yep.
All right.
I miss Devin Sawa. I wish he was still doing stuff.
All right,
man.
so we're back around to James, and this is the last round of questions.
Dun, dun, dun.
James,
Feeling the pressure.
the City of God favela, for which the film is named, is located outside of what Brazilian city?
Some of these are harder than others.
Yeah. Rio de Janeiro.
Correct.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
Oh, boy.
I was going to say there's only one
Brazilian
city in Brazil.
All right,
Brazil City?
so we're gonna need
Portugal.
we're gonna need somebody to combat James for the lightning round at the end. So I really hope one of you guys gets your next question right.
Don't do it.
Okay, John.
Yeah.
What is the name of the Scientology-like cult in The Master?
The way?
Ooh, very close. It's The Cause.
Oh, shit.
Oh, John, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm out.
But
I'm out.
it appears you're out of John Hates Trivia. John,
Oh,
you
man.
apparently do hate trivia. Okay. Colin, this is a movie that you weren't around for, but
Oh, boy.
you may know the answer. Gareth Edwards, writer and director of Monsters, also directed this incredible 2014 monster movie.
2014 monster movie.
Correct.
Incredible.
To me, it is.
Shit.
No way.
Nope, got nothing. I'm gonna say-
Godzilla.
Fuck. Oh,
How
yeah.
could you not get
It's like
that?
the only monster movie this year.
Yeah.
I did not see it. I missed
Save
it.
us, Chris. Save us.
Chris.
I missed it.
Oh,
I wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
In fact-
Chris gets another one of those, maybe some of these are harder or easier than others questions.
Oh, damn.
I'm
Chris,
mad.
this is a movie that you chose.
Well, then I'm fucked. What the hell did I choose? I don't even remember what I chose. He said, tell
I
us
remember what
earlier.
you
I'm like,
chose.
we watched that movie?
Okay, Chris, what is the dumbest improved weapon in Grabbers and why? Improvised. What is the
Improvised.
dumbest improvised weapon in Grabbers and why?
The flamethrower, because it's going to cause them to end up exploding.
Whoa! The flamethrower!
No.
Squirt gun flamethrower is written down right there!
No.
Wow.
The key to this is, once again, knowing Eric, because he went on a rant about that.
Wow! I did not think you were going to get that. But you did.
Damn
So,
it. So we're in a dead heat.
yeah, dead
You and me.
heat between between James and Chris.
The prettier version of John and Chris.
That was pretty dismissive.
Oh.
It's like John Alsif.
Okay, James and Chris, you're in the lightning round, and it's not really a lightning round. There's only one question, but you got to get it right.
Oh, fuck.
And closest to the right answer wins. Okay, The Addams Family has been by far the highest grossing movie that we have reviewed on John Hates Movies, coming in at $191.5 million. What is the next highest grossing film that we have reviewed?
Untouchables. Going with Untouchables.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't have to be first.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You don't necessarily have to get it first. But your answer is locked in.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Good, Bad, the Ugly.
Okay, that is incorrect. Sorry, James.
Shit. Damn it!
So The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly grossed. Maybe I should have said this beforehand. I did not adjust this for inflation.
Okay.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly grossed $25.1 million.
And that's not adjusted?
Not adjusted.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it really is.
Wow.
The Karate Kid grossed $90.8 million.
Convoy beat it because it did $100
Holy
million.
shit.
No, Convoy grossed $45 million.
Oh, really? Oh.
Clocking in at the next highest grossing movie that we have reviewed is, with $106 million, The Untouchables.
So Chris got it right up there.
Chris Arsenault, you nailed it.
So, Chris, what are we watching
Chris,
next week?
You are our first winner on our first inaugural episode of John Hates Trivia.
And there won't be enough questions to do another episode until we have another 30 episodes on it.
No, we can do another one.
I think I'll do that one movie with the guys and the hats. And Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer's in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Bill Paxton's in it, right?
Yes, he is. I believe Kurt Russell.
Kurt
Russell.
Val Kilmer
is in
was
there for a
not in
minute.
Aliens.
Oh my God! Is Aliens on Netflix?
No!
So, Chris, what are you saying to me? What are we reviewing?
We're doing Tombstone.
Tombstone! Woo! Hey, Chris, I'm your Huckleberry.
That is without my favorite Val Kilmer role. Seriously.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
'cause if you're like, no, I like the Saint better, you're just wrong. And a
Yeah.
spy. You're a spy.
Batman.
And if you like that fucking Doors movie, then you're an idiot. So,
Wow.
So, everybody, you heard it here on John Hates Movies. Next week, we are going to be reviewing the classic cowboy flick, Tombstone.
What do you want on your tombstone?
See you next week!
Until next time, if you can't hate movies, join them.
You can listen to our podcast on iTunes, the Stitcher app, or directly on our website. Feel free to send us a movie review suggestion. You'll have an equal chance of getting chosen for next week's movie review. You can reach us through social media, either by liking our Facebook page, John Hates Movies, or following our Twitter at John Hates Movies. Our music was composed by Kevin MacLeod. You can find this track and many more on his website, incompetech.com. Thanks for listening, and tune in next week to hear someone say...
all right.